Hello everyone, I'm going to tell you about the contemporary art. I think that art plays a really important role in our modern life, and that it is really important that creative and artistic people exist in this world. Art in modern society. While it's sometimes popular to mock art by saying that I could draw better, or even my kid could draw better, the visual arts have the great influence on today's modern society. They help that they not only provide people with imagination, with inspiration and good pleasure and emotions, but it also brings some important issues to the public. I'm going to tell you about some modern artists which I was really impressed by. The first artist is Aaron Demetz. He's Italian sculptor. He creates the sculptures from wood because he thought that the wood is the perfect material to show the harmony between human bodies and the nature. And the contrast between rough wood and polished wood illustrates us the damage which we can cause to environment. The second artist is Simon Birch. He is a British artist. He has a really terrible disease which is called cancer, and it is a really terrible disease which causes the death. By his paintings we can see that he paints with a really big and inaccurate strokes, like as if he wanted to wave away from his illness. Next is David Drummond. He is from America. 20 years ago, he fell in love with the scenery of the reservoir called Powell. Now he creates such beautiful paintings, and he is really interested in the states of water, and also he is very interested in, as he says, the mood of the nature. Next is Marumian. He is a Japanese visual artist. He creates such bright paintings, and if he asked by the question, what do you like to draw? He says that he really likes to draw natural objects such as butterflies and flowers, because they make our world beautiful and bright. And next is Binon Lutaria. He is African artist, and he had a really difficult childhood. He was born in South Africa, and he experienced all the things that he shows in his paintings. His paintings give really great impression for the people and touches their heart. Next is Lee Jeffries. Lee Jeffries has started his career as a sports journalist, but then one day he was just strolling around his city, and he saw a homeless woman who was lying near the rubbish bin, and his life has changed. Now he's traveling around Europe and America and takes the pictures of homeless people, and then he gives the charity for them and helps them. Next is Valeria Hegarty. She's an American artist, and she's always criticized by people because she finds the beauty, something beautiful in destroying. She's convinced that the destroying is really great, is a really powerful thing, which can only be compared with to another powers such as creation and love. Next is Georgia Theologa. She is a painter from Greece. She paints really significant pictures which give a really great impression, and the cool thing that she uses fluorescent paints for her drawings. The next two artists, the first is Kim Anderson. She's a British artist. She has recently made a series of paintings which is called Skin, where she illustrates the steps of aging of the hands, because she thinks that the hands is really great and important symbol of unite of people. Next is Rim Lee. She is Korean artist, and her series of paintings is called the Mess of the Emotions, and her paintings illustrates us the people's feelings and emotions. Next is the modern art in Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan is a developing country, and the modern art is developing too. Art doesn't stop, says Almagul Minlibayeva. She is the visual artist from Kazakhstan, and she says that it's really difficult to be modern artist because they are not accepted by the majority of people. And this is her painting. This is her photo, and she says that she draws an attention on a legend that when the Greek people first came and saw the nomads on horses, they thought that it is the one animal, and they called it centaurs. And so she took the photo of this Asian girl, and she says that it is a free Asian girl. Next, it is the works from artists, from really young artists from Kazakhstan. On the first photo, there is a word absence. He says that people nowadays are really addicted to TVs and to social nets, and they become absent in a real world. The second is that he calls us not to hide in a little box from this really great world. And the third is he says that at first the people, if you lose your motivation and energy, and then the most in your soul is growing. Art is an expression of feelings. The roles of contemporary artists are to bring some important issues to the public, give the inspiration, maybe energy and enjoyment to our modern society, and I think they sometimes give visible to invisible. And thanks for listening.
Hi for everybody. Today I want to tell you about architecture, and let's travel to my presentation together. The word architecture, if we translated this word from Greek, it means archi, chief, and the texture, build. Architecture also it's a both of process and the product of planning, building, and constructing buildings. And also architecture means to knowledge of art, science, technology, and humanity. I divided architecture into the two parts. You see ancient architecture and modern architecture. Ancient architecture divided into the three types: Roman style, Gothic style, and classic style. And the modern, postmodernism, and dynamic architecture. Let's start from Roman style. Roman style appeared in the 10th century. First major construction was by Etruscan people, and Roman people take important things from that people. And after that, at the Roman style, after came Gothic style. Gothic style, it's named like French work. In this Gothic style, people architecture start use sand, wood, and they learned how to get roof and build houses like this. And after that came classic style. Classic style is a mixture of Roman style and Gothic style. And after when classic style is finished, was the Second World War, and after that was a new stage of modernism in architecture. A period postmodernism, which this is in postmodernism. People, all buildings that built in our country, all over the world, used postmodernism. In this postmodernism, architects try to use design buildings like this and this. And next is a dynamic architecture. Dynamic architecture is the architecture of the future. This house planned to build in Dubai in this year. It consists of 80 stories, and if you see that this building can change his face, you can turn your flat into the 340 degrees, and it will be amazing. Next, let's speak about architecture that in our country. At first, you know that our people were nomads, and Central Asian people were nomads, and they live in yurts. Yurts was very useful to our people to relocate anywhere if you want. Yurts consist of three main parts. It's a shamrock and settlers and the wall. And the yurts were useful and it was cool in summer and warm in winter. After that came, you see that Hoca Ahmet Yassıvi Mausoleum, which constructed in the 40th century. At first, this was a city. After developing, people first start living in yurts, then in like these mausoleums. And now it's a Han Çatır and resident complex Northern Lights, which is situated in Astana. You see that this both of buildings, it's a postmodernism. And the Han Çatır opened in 20th century year. It's a mall where you can visit or have a place, have a good time. And architecture of Han Çatır is a Norman Foster. And you see resident complex Northern Lights. Northern Lights consist of 44 stories, and it's look like the Northern Lights. Then it's a eco-architecture, home trees which are ideally situated in a forest landscape. It's a job of Konrad Wojcik, who studied in Switzerland. I was interested in his work because if we will build this like these home trees in our zones, like in the mountains, it will be very useful to develop our tourism. These houses have, if you see, these houses have 4 sides, and 2 sides equipped with the skylights, and that will take energy from the sun all day, and you can use it at the night. And this home trick designed for people, for 2 people, and this house consists of 3 rooms: a kitchen room, a recreation area, and a bedroom. And I think it will be very useful to build like these houses in our country, because after 2 years we'll have Expo 2017 in our country, and I think many tourists come to visit our city, and if we build this house, it will be very useful to develop our tourism. Thanks for your attention. I think you take important information from my presentations. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Asiela, and today I would like to talk with you about traveling. And my aim for today's presentation is to give you information about it. First would be the place where the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean meet. It is in the island Eleozera in the Bahamas. In this place, turquoise green water of the Caribbean Sea separated from the blue water of the Atlantic Ocean. With thin of several tens of meters, the bridge is gradually destroyed, and despite all the efforts of local residents to restore and maintain. This is underwater park in Austria. The Green Lake is actually a park in Austria, but in the summer it's filled with water and turns into the lake, because in the tracks, so-called municipal, whereas the underwater park, so in the spring starts melting the snow in the Alps, and the resulting water flows down, filling the park. Green like repairs, and a park with trees, grass, benches and paths is provided on its bottom. And now tourists dive into the lake with aqualungs and to admire the underwater park. By the way, the green water of the lake very clean, and the park at the bottom can be seen from the shore. This is the Namib Desert and the Atlantic Ocean. In the southern part of the Namib Desert, there are two elements. Blue waves lick the sand dunes of the Namib Desert, and this site is truly mesmerizing. This is Barcelona. In the southern part is the most populated district of Barcelona, called New City, or IL example. The design was first used here and is still considered a local landmark. This diagonal is from the border, crosses the city from the border with the municipality of Esplats de Llobregat to the sea. This is Pink Lake Hiller in Australia, lake in southwest Australia, and on the island of Middle Island. At the moment, the reason for the unusual color of the water and not salt. Swim is unlikely because Lake Hiller small, just on the knee. This is Hotel the Burj Al Arab. Is like a huge sail which stands 321 meters above sea level. This is the reservoir of Lady Bower. Fall into the rivers El Shop and Derwent. Its length is just over 3 miles, and it is the construction. It was the largest reservoir in the UK. This is the Kalkenhof Park in the Netherlands. It's the world famous park called Royal Park or the Garden of Europe. The park is planted 4 million tulips and 100 different varieties of tulips and other flowers. This is the narrowest street in Prague under the name of Tavern's Guy. Its width of 70 centimeters. To do this, had to put a traffic light. Now to go on the street, you just have to wait for your signal light. This is a Chinese keyboard. It contains absolutely all the Chinese characters, and which more than 1,000 pieces. This is 3D house in Shanghai. Engineer Shanghai company called Wing Sun Decoration Design. Engineering assembled 3D printer with which you plan to print at home. You need in which a mixture of cement or some waste of cement. This is bike trail on the cliffs of Mahor, Republic of Ireland. On the roadside in Ireland there are signs with a picture of the bike and says burns fat, not gasoline. In addition, the country is moving bicycle tourism, including multi-day duty, towers and technical support. This is a beautiful, stunning view of Venice, Italy. This is the design. This is the towers in Kuwait. The design of the towers was designed by the architecture called CGI for Infosys company. Construction was planned in the 2008 and was frozen because due to the financial crisis, and the project was frozen. And in the conclusion of my presentation, I want to say that 3 things make people happy: love, interesting work, and opportunity to travel. And let's travel together.
Hello, today I want to talk about celebrities and how they're influence for people. And first of all, about significant influences of famous people. Today in our modern society we have 2 groups of people, of celebrities and the politicians who have a big impact to our life. And there is a meaning that one side of people think that politicians are really powerful rather than celebrities because they obligate people to below the law, and another side people think that celebrities are much powerful than the politicians because they have a beautiful life, a lot of money, and they are not boring as politicians. For example, there is a social network called Instagram, and we can see there is Kadyrov, Ramzan Kadyrov, who is the president of Chechnya Republic, and he has a huge number of followers, and he has an active life in Instagram, and he every time shows how he think and the newest technology and advertisement or his plan, and there is a lot of people who admire him, and also the Russian Kazakh people, and Instagram is really useful by celebrities, and also there is a lot of celebrities like Beyonce, Justin Bieber, and they have millions of followers, and they can really influence to people, and today is the main problem as a social network where people too affected with them, and they a little bit destroy the ability to make a real conversation and real life. And so some researchers say that it's in most of situations celebrities' fault, and there is celebrities, international celebrities, like sometimes their trend set mainly about fashion and brand advertising, when fans too addicted and try to copy and try to follow them everywhere, and when global markets and celebrities connected to influence to people and to sell their products, to sell their clothes, and there is one of example like Rihanna, and also the celebrities have good positive sides of influence this way, and there is I found a lot of question about it, like are the celebrities more interesting than your own life, and why do fans do this? For example, there is a guy, Jordan Sparks, who spent a lot of money and to medical operation to make his face as his idols, Kim Kardashian, and some scientists research about him and try to understand why his action was, and they say that maybe sometimes things are not balanced energetically, or they are not they are upset with who they are, and they try to follow the celebrities and a little bit false with themselves, and try to copy everything, and it's a little bit make it happier for them. Also about social networks and paparazzi, I want to ask if is the social network true, and there was a phrase like make a lie big, make it simple, and eventually they will believe it, and it's work when people believe to everything they see, and they are too affected by magazines on a lot of advices. Maybe it's in other hand, maybe it helps people to improve them, but I think it's people should don't forget about their life, and I think that they too can be rich, talented, and beautiful. So for summarize, I think people should pay attention for themselves and try to be happier in their own life.
Hello everybody, I will tell you about Apple company. The most well-known company and expensive company in the world. In 1914, the Apple company had about $700 billion, and I will presentation about about Steve Jobs and his works. Steve Jobs was born in February 1955 in San Francisco, in California, USA. And he first job is Apple I. I will present you. This first time I will about Apple company history. The first time Apple registered in April 1 in 1977 in USA. This first picture is first logotype in Apple Computer Incorporated. And in after company changed his logotype, and this one he changed in 1977. And the next one, the Apple I in 1976. They present an Apple company. This computer was constructed by Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, and as students. And after the students present Apple II. This one is more expensive, but it's some modern have disk, floppy disk driver, and monitor with computer. And all of person can use this computers. It's easy to using. And the next one is Macintosh. The evolution in the computer high-tech market. First time Macintosh released in January 1984, and when Steve Jobs leaves the company, he can come back as Apple in 1997, and he produced new Mac is called iMac. This one, the first iMac G3. And the evolution iMac, the last model in iMac. And the next one, the evolution golden times Apple is 91st century. When the first line was released on October 93 in 2001. The iPod was have a classical design and more using some old men or some schools, and sometimes iPod Classic have a lot of music and inside. And iPod Touch released in 27. The latest model in iPod. And the next one, the iPhone, produced in January 9, presented in January 9, 2007. The first model is iPhone 1, and the next models 2G, 3G, 3GS, 4, 4S, 5S, and the evolution in smartphones. iPhone with multi-touch screen, and have we can use iPhone anywhere. We can search in internet, phone, call, and internet. And the next is 35 years of Apple history. You can see it's history time. Yeah, I think Apple will be more bigger than now. I think Apple will produce some new devices like iPhone and iPad. Okay, this is the end. Thank you for your attention.